that Ian Flynn is the worst writer.
It's trash!
Okay, but being serious, did we forget just how bad we had it throughout the 2010s?
Use your brain!
Recently, I came across this tweet stating that Ian Flynn is the worst Sonic writer, when honestly, that just isn't true, like, at all. And I'm gonna remind you all, yes, you dear viewer, yes, all of you, that Ian Flynn is not the worst writer. Sonic has had, some, let's say, very kinda not so great writers through his past.
Baldy nose hair!
So yeah, Sonic's writing throughout the 2010s era was just not the best. You see, Sega throughout this time decided that they'd had a different vision for everyone's favorite Blue Rat. That was going to be... a complete assassination of his character.
Whew, that was cool. Pun entirely intended.
Oh, you poor sweet boy, how you were treated so wrongly. Look how they massacred my boy. Now, with this new shift/rebrand of the franchise, Sega had felt making their main demographic was children now. Now, Sonic, as a franchise, has always had its main audience be children, and still is children. Don't get me wrong, but it was never a case of, oh, this is too childish for teens or even young adults to enjoy. And the beauty of this franchise, because looking back at the 2000s era, the series was, kinda pretty much able to handle dark themes and concepts, and nobody really cared. It was peak. It was peak Sonic back then, and people loved it. Even children, adults, their parents, even they loved it. Now, it never got too dark or gritty for kids to handle. But there was just that oomph that these older stories used to have. And honestly, I'm kinda only just now starting to see that level of care be put into these newer titles' writings right now. Like Fears and Shadow Gens. And I'm honestly excited to see that level of storytelling in the next mainline Sonic game. Whether that be Frontiers 2 or something completely different. Now, back to the main point. As Sega would continue testing out new ideas for better or for worse, and critic backlash would get harsher and harsher, Sega thought, well, if we can't beat them, join them. And just like 2014 LeBron, decided to switch their teams. And decided that they were going to join the side of self-deprivation and meta-humor throughout the 2010s. Yes, you heard me right. By making some of the worst stories the series has had to deal with. Now, maybe worst stories is a bit of an exaggeration, but it almost feels like Sega kinda didn't really care what the stories that they were really telling. Like Lost World and and when it was all said and done, stood back and said, hey, look at this piece of shit, am I right? look at this fucking asshole, look at this, guys. Aren't we just so fucking quirky? Aren't we just so quirky, guys? Look at us. We make terrible Sonic games. Sonic's a piece of shit, am I right? Yes, they decided that not only would they butcher most of the cast personalities and, make somebody, and you know, a certain black hedgehog go back on everything he ever stood for no f***ing reason, they would then take up the stance of knowing exactly what they're doing by giving a little cheeky wink and going, yeah, we know we're putting out slop and could do better, but you'll still buy them, right? You'll still buy them for the funnies and the memes and to make fun of us because, you know, Sonic's bad, am I right? And this didn't get any better throughout the 2010s because their next move just made things way, way, way worse, and I mean scarily worse. Because not only did they take up self-deprecation as their new form of humor, they made Aaron Hansen their ambassador. Yes, Aaron Hansen is was their new brand ambassador. They made Aaron Hansen their brand ambassador. Yes, Ego Raptor from the infamous Game Grumps. Same Game Grumps who would always do nothing but constantly poke fun and shit on Sonic at his expense. And Sega's business decisions did not make it any better either. So for a whole decade of games and writing, we got nothing but this.
Made up of a really powerful energy source called hyper-go-ons. It's inside of them.
Like a battery?
No. Well, sort of. It's their life source. You only got a taste of it. Look at what happened. Battery is sort of an understatement. Funny thing, it was first translating as horrible body odor. Anyway, it seems an evil man, and you might know him, who they call Baldy Nosehair.
Baldy Nosehair! That's the best thing I've heard all day. I gotta remember that one.
I know, I've already written it down. Anyway, he's draining them of their power, all their power, and using it for an evil aquatic mammal? An evil dolphin? No, a porpoise. Oh, an evil purpose.
That's good intel. Keep working on it.
Hey, where are you?
So, yeah, I think I'd rather take old Flinny Boy over whatever the f*** this was. And honestly, I think not only bringing Ian Flynn to write IDW in the games has led to Sega's most recent success with Frontiers in the movies, Shadow Gens included, and the comics. And this whole DC collab has been pretty successful. And I kinda like it. Really, if none of this ever happened, I don't know how long this franchise would have lasted in the writing department. Or even just as a whole. And Sonic may have been dead as a franchise, and Sonic would probably not be as popular as he is now. To think there's a reality where Sonic as a franchise fades into obscurity, never to be talked about again. But that's not this reality. So yes, in conclusion, Ian Flynn is absolutely not the worst Sonic writer we've had. And this series would not be where it is now if Sega had not brought him. Trust me, bucko. We've had actual terrible Sonic writers. And yeah, if you enjoyed the video, could you do me a quick, little favor? Maybe like, maybe subscribe, maybe leave a comment, maybe tell me what I should talk about next. Cause YouTube stuff, and I kind of want to make more videos. So yeah. So if you really want to, like, subscribe, leave a comment, maybe.